Hello and welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
And I'm Penny.
And it's time to continue our story on part 2 of the Stories and Fables unit.
Okay, this month we are reading all about the little thief in the pantry. And even though this kind of sounds like a story about a terrible crime, it's actually a story about a cute little mouse.
Yes, Gray Whiskers is the name of our little mouse, and although we're not totally sure, we think that he is the thief in the title. And what will he steal from the pantry? Food, probably. I don't think the police will be called to try to catch him for this crime.
No, that's true, but he still might get in trouble and someone still might try to catch him. Not the police, but the people who live upstairs in the house.
Yes, and it's these people that Gray Whiskers' mother was warning him about. Little Gray Whiskers thought that the people upstairs were so nice to leave all of that delicious food in that pantry for them to eat. But his mother warned him that those same people were not that nice, and they would still try to catch him if they saw him up there.
So she warned Gray Whiskers to never go up to the pantry or the kitchen without her. Now, do you think Gray Whiskers is going to listen to her and do as she says?
I'm going to say no to that. And sure enough, at the end of yesterday's part of our story, Gray Whiskers was sneaking up to the pantry all alone to try to find himself a tasty treat. Exactly what his mother told him not to do.
So we'll find out what happens to him right after we learn about all of today's new vocabulary. 小老鼠 Gray Whiskers 趁妈妈睡午觉的时候偷偷溜到储藏室。那么储藏室的架上有一个蛋糕，那是小女孩 Ethel 的生日蛋糕。只是小老鼠觉得它闻起来太美味了，忍不住舔了嘴唇，然后咬了一口。我们先来看两个单字 Birthday 就是生日的意思，它是名词。例如 Ethan got a new phone for his birthday.Ethan got a new phone for his birthday. Ethan 在生日的时候收到一只新手机。下一个单字 lip 是嘴唇，那它是名词，我们可以用 lip balm 来指护唇膏，或是用 lipstick 来指口红。好，例如 She put on some lip balm before bed.She put on some lip balm before bed. 她在睡前擦了一些护唇膏。接着小老鼠听到妈妈在叫它，然后它就赶紧回家，应该没有被发现。妈妈她这时候是刚睡完午觉，肚子饿了，于是呢，她就带着小老鼠再次来到储藏室。好，这边还有两个单字 hurry 它表示赶紧匆忙，它是个动词。例如 There's no need to hurry. We still have plenty of time.There's no need to hurry. We still have plenty of time. 不用赶，我们还有充足的时间。下一个单字 lead 它是指带领、领导，也是个动词。那它的动词三态是 lead, led, led。例如 The waiter led us to a table by the window. The waiter led us to a table by the window. 服务生带我们到靠窗的座位。好，那么现在看完单字例句，我们来读故事吧。On one pantry shelf, there was a big cake. It was for Ethel's birthday. It smelled delicious to Gray Whiskers, so he licked his lips and bit into it. Then Gray Whiskers heard his name. Mother was calling him, so he hurried home. When he got back,She was just getting up from her nap. Explanation 1.
Okay, so part 2 of The Thief in the Pantry jumps right into the action and right where we left off yesterday. And we can see that Gray Whiskers is already upstairs in the pantry of the house. The first sentence in today's story tells us, On one pantry shelf, there was a big cake. Oh, how delicious. A big, yummy cake just sitting there. Gray Whiskers was right. These people up in the house, they really do just leave tasty food lying around for the mice to eat.
好，小老鼠趁妈妈睡午觉的时候，偷偷溜到储藏室。一去到那边，就看到储藏室架上有一个大蛋糕。他心里想说：“哇，人类实在太好，太善良了。”好，补充单字 shelf 就是指架子。Okay, next we learned that this cake was there for a good reason. It says.It was for Ethel's birthday. Ethel must be the name of one of the people that lives in the house. Maybe the daughter of the owners of the house.
Yeah, good guess. So there it is. Ethel's tasty birthday cake just sitting there, waiting for someone or something like a little mouse to just go over and start eating it.
And I guess Gray Whiskers must have been feeling pretty hungry because he can't resist that delicious cake. Oh, this could be bad.
Oh, I know it could be bad, but the cake looked so good. And as we read, it smelled delicious to Gray Whiskers. So he licked his lips and bit into it. Yum, yum, yum. Okay, so while Gray Whiskers finishes his cake, it looks like it's time for us to go and have a bit of a snack of grammar. Yes, we have 2 grammar points to learn about from that last sentence, so let's go over to Daphne to learn more about them.
Yum, yum.
大家好，我是 Daphne。今天的第一则文法是 Something smells 加形容词加 to somebody， 意思是某人觉得某物闻起来……点点点。Smell 是连缀动词，意思是闻起来，后方接形容词当主词补语，补充说明主词的状态。To 是介系词，意思是对于，用来引出闻的人。例如 The wine smells sweet to the sommelier。侍酒师觉得这支红酒闻起来很甜。第二则文法是 bite into something， 意思是咬下某物。bite 是不及物动词，意思是咬。三态是 bite、bit、bitten。into 是介系词，意思是到……里面。bite into something 字面意思就是咬到某物里面，意指大口咬下。例如 Connie bit into the pizza. Connie 大口咬下披萨。
So there's Gray Whiskers. He's got a mouthful of cake and he's just loving his life right now. Things are good.
Yeah, 小老鼠无法抗拒这个大蛋糕的诱惑，它舔一舔嘴唇，然后咬了一口。好，文中的补充单字 lick 就是指舔东西的舔。那这边再补充2个好用的字 resist 就是抗拒抵抗 can't resist 加上名词或动名词就表示无法抗拒某事物，无法克制做某事。还有 mouthful 可以用来表达满口一口，是个名词。A mouthful of cake 就可以表达满嘴的蛋糕。Well, remember, he's also breaking his mother's rules and he could be in some danger. If the people of the house suddenly find him eating their cake, it would be really, really bad for Gray Whiskers and his mom.
And speaking of his mom, back in the story we read, then Gray Whiskers heard his name. Someone's calling him.
Gray
Who could that be?
Gray Whisker? Well, I think we can guess.
Yeah, probably.
Mother was calling him, so he hurried home, probably while wiping some cake crumbs off of his little face.
That's a very good idea. You don't want to get caught with a face full of cake. And what was his mom doing? As we reach the break, we read, when he got back, she was just getting up from her nap. Okay, phew, so he's probably safe. She was sleeping when he was sneaking.
Lucky for him. And we are almost at our break, but first we need to hear once more from Daphne because she has lots to tell us about our third grammar point of the day.
第三则文法是 get back， 意思是回来。 get 是不及物动词，意思是抵达。三态是 get、got、gotten， 后方以副词 back 返回修饰。get back 就是返回，后方可以用介系词 to 到，引出返回的地点。例如 Brent got back to the office after lunch。Brent 吃完午餐回到办公室。
谢谢 Daphne 老师的讲解。那小老鼠听到妈妈在叫它，它就马上冲回家，搞不好还一边跑一边抹掉它脸上那个蛋糕屑屑，然后回到家才发现妈妈刚睡完午觉，应该是没有发现异状吧。好，这边补充一下 ，wipe 这个字可以用来表达擦拭或是抹，那么 crumb 这个字就可以指面包屑碎屑。好，那我们要先休息一下咯。Okay, it's break time now.
Yes. If you have a yummy cake sitting in your pantry, well, why not? Now would be a good time to sneak off for a piece of that cake. But don't get caught, and don't forget to come back soon for the rest of today's article. Do we have cake?
Yes, I think so. Mother was hungry. She led Gray Whiskers to the pantry. When she saw the cake, she wasn't happy. She said,A mouse was here before us. Of course it was Gray Whiskers, but Mother would never think that. Explanation 2.
Okay, so it looks like Gray Whiskers was able to be a real thief in the pantry, like the title of our story, and get away with it.It was the perfect crime.
Yes, he snuck up to the pantry, stole some tasty cake, and no one seemed to notice him. Not the people who live in the house, and not even his mom.
But speaking of his mom, she has just woken up from a nap. So let's keep reading to find out what happens next in our story. And the next sentence tells us, Mother was hungry.Well, okay, she did just wake up from a nap, so she's feeling a little hungry.
Yeah, so it's time to go and get some food. More cake for Gray Whiskers? Okay, we read, she led Gray Whiskers to the pantry. Uh-oh, back to the scene of the crime for himself.
Oh, yeah, you're right. His mother will see that something's happened. It says, when she saw the cake,She wasn't happy.
She said, a mouse was here before us. Oh, okay, she doesn't seem to know that it was Gray Whiskers. He might just get away with it.
Yeah, well, sure, his mother trusts him. She said, don't go up there without me, so she thinks it wasn't him. And as we reach the end of today's part of the story, we read, of course, it was Gray Whiskers, but Mother would never think that. No, right, Gray Whiskers is a good boy, and Mother told him to never go upstairs alone. He wouldn't break the rules, would he? Well, yeah, maybe. Anyways, it looks like Gray Whiskers will live to steal snacks another day. But for us, it's the end of the line, at least for now.
But we will be back with the final part of the story and lots more tomorrow. So please come back to join us for that. Until then, bye-bye. The Little Thief in the Pantry.On one pantry shelf, there was a big cake. It was for Ethel's birthday. It smelled delicious to Gray Whiskers, so he licked his lips and bit into it. Then Gray Whiskers heard his name. Mother was calling him, so he hurried home. When he got back, she was just getting up from her nap.Mother was hungry. She led Gray Whiskers to the pantry. When she saw the cake, she wasn't happy. She said, a mouse was here before us. Of course it was Gray Whiskers, but Mother would never think that. Hello, 大家好，我是 Hanny。今天要介绍的文法重点是复合句。复合句是用来附和 对方所描述的事情，表达自己或是某人的情形跟对方一样。那复合句可以分为肯定复合句和否定复合句。肯定复合句是在表达对肯定直述句的叙述，表达赞同或者是情况跟对方一样。那么否定复合句是在表达对否定直述句的叙述，表示赞同或者是情况跟对方一样。举例来说，假设你的朋友喜欢吃巧克力，那么你也是，这时候就会用到肯定复合句。那么如果你的朋友不爱柠檬汁，你也不爱，这时候就会用到否定的复合句。现在我们就来学习复合句的用法吧。首先，肯定复合句的句型有2种，第一种是主词加 be 动词或是助动词，加上逗号再加 to。同学们要记得 to 固定要摆在句尾，那前面一定要加上逗号。例如 Kate has been to Okinawa， Kate 有去过冲绳。I have too， 我也去过。再看个例句 I am going to the party with you， 我会和你一起去派对。My friends are too， 我的朋友们也会一起去。那么肯定复合句的第2种句型是 so 加上 be 动词或是助动词再加主词。同学们要记得 so 必须摆句首，那么后面的主词和 be 动词或是助动词必须倒装，主词要摆到最后。例如All of the students were in the classroom this morning. 所有的学生今天早上都在教室里。那要用复合句表达他们的老师也在，除了可以说 their teacher was too， 也可以说 so was their teacher。再看个例句 Terry should drive carefully. Terry 应该小心开车。那要表达 Raymond 也是，可以说 Raymond should too， 或者是 so should Raymond。下一部分我们来学习否定复合句，它的句型也有2种，就跟肯定复合句句型很类似。第一种是主词加 be 动词或是助动词，加上 not 逗号 either， 要注意 either 固定摆句尾，而且前面必须加逗号。例如 Tina hasn't finished her project yet， Tina 尚未完成她的计划。We haven't either， 我们也还没有完成。第2种句型是 neither 加上 be 动词或是助动词，再加上主词。要注意句中的 neither 相当于中文的也不，它本身就有否定的意思，所以复合句里面不需要再加 not， 就跟 so 一样摆在句首，那后面的主词跟它的 be 动词或助动词必须倒装。例如 Stacy isn't having coffee tonight。 Stacy 今晚不喝咖啡。要表达 Erica 也不喝，除了可以说 Erica isn't either， 也可以说 neither is Erica。另外要提醒同学们非常重要的一点，当直述句出现有否定意味的字词时，像是 never、no、nothing、no one、nobody 等等，那这时候必须使用否定复合句。例如 Tim has never been to England。虽然句中没有 not， 但是 never 它有否定意味，这表示 Tim 从来没有去过英国。如果要表达 Lily 也没去过，这时候可以说 Lily hasn't either， 或者是 neither has Lily。最后要补充的重点是，以 and 来连接直述句和复合句。当复合句跟直述句都是来自同一位说话者，我们就可以用 and 来连接直述句以及它的复合句。例如 Mike seldom goes to the movies on his own, and neither do I. Mike 很少自己去看电影，我也是。这句话就相当于 Mike seldom goes to the movies on his own, and I don't either. 好，以上是今天的讲解，我们下次见。See you next time. Bye. Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny， 又到我们1分钟的单元咯。那我们今天是用1分钟的时间来复习4个单字，也会造句练习。同学们，您都准备好了没？好，1分钟计时开始。第2个单字是生日，生日就是你出生的那一天嘛，我们出生叫做 birth。然后日子是 day 合在一起 birthday 就是生日 Happy birthday to you。 好，来我们来造句。 Nina baked a cake for her daughter's birthday。 Nina 帮女儿烤了一个生日蛋糕。好，第2个单字是嘴唇，嘴唇怎么说？叫做 lip。 你可以用 upper lip 来指上嘴唇， lower lip 下嘴唇。 OK， Oh, you have some ketchup on your upper lip. 你上嘴唇上面有沾到一些番茄酱嘞。好，第三个单字呢，它是动词，可以表达赶紧怎么样，匆忙怎么样，这就叫 hurry。像我们说 hurry up 就是快一点快一点。Okay, Ben hurried home to watch his favorite TV show. Ben 赶回家去看他最爱的电视节目。那么第四个单词是动词，表示带领或是领导，叫做 lead。动词三态 lead, led. You lead and I'll follow. 你带头，我就在后面跟着。好，太好啦！我们在1分钟之内已经复习完4个单字喽，同学们表现很棒耶！那我们记得要多多复习，我们下次见喽，拜拜。
See you next time.